Hey, this is Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, today, for the first time, I'm going to be talking about something that plagues most Americans. I hope you enjoy this topic: financial communication. The top 7 mistakes that destroy relationships. So, without further ado, let's get started. You see, money doesn't break relationships, it's the silence. Now, you may be saying, well, Mr. Financial First Responder, my mama always told me if I didn't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. But I'm going to tell you, in relationships, whether it's husband and wife, girlfriend and boyfriend, sister and brother, aunt and uncle, cousins, significant others, you have to communicate. See, most financial stress starts with avoiding the topic. Unspoken money issues grow into emergencies. And we know from the pandemic that a lot of couples didn't survive because they didn't have clarity during a crisis. Now, you're probably saying, well, who is this for, Mr. Financial First Responder? It's for people who are single, it's for people who are married, it's for blended families, it's for business partners, it's for adult children and parents. Now, I don't know how many of you have thought about this, but as you get older, your parents tend to depend on you. Your children, as they get older and they become adults, they depend on you. And then your spouse depends on you. Your brother and sister depend on you. Your mother. So I'm not saying anything that doesn't make sense here. If you keep living long enough, you will have someone that you will be responsible to financially. Your mission today, should you choose it, is to identify communication blind spots, replace the silence with some structure, and create financial alignment system. And we all know system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. So we want to help you save time, energy, and money when it comes to your finances. Mistake number one: avoiding the money conversation. I don't know how many people I've talked to over the years in the financial arena who would better, would be, they would literally rather be fired from their job than talk to their spouse about the money. See, they always say, we'll talk about it later. The debt and the stress grows silently. And what you have to do, which is the fix, is schedule monthly financial briefings. Now, I actually say that if you get paid twice a month, you should have meetings twice a month. If you're paid once a week, you should have a meeting once a week. If you're paid once a month, well, have that meeting once a month. And if you're paid by the quarter, have the meeting by the quarter. You need to plan ahead when it comes to avoiding the money traps, the mistakes. And the best way to do that is have some money conversations and don't avoid them. Mistake number two: emotional spending and lending. How many times have we had a loved one or a family member or someone we know that does impulse purchases after stress? I can tell you the other day what happened to me. I had a stressful day and I immediately went to Amazon and I started grabbing things off of my wish list. Now, mind you, my wish list is probably a couple of months old. Maybe I think the oldest one that I looked at, I've been looking at for over a year before I decided to pull the trigger and purchase it. But it still was some impulse in there. And as the financial first responder, I know if I'm doing it, and I have years of experience of not to do it, people who don't practice it on a regular basis, meaning the denial of doing something impulse financially, you're going to do it anyway. Loans without written terms. How many times have you had a brother or a sister or a cousin or someone close to you say, "Hey, I need to borrow some money," and there's no written agreement? That's bad juju. The fix to this: have 24-hour rule plus a written agreement before you make any financial decisions. Now you'll notice that we put some emotions here. We have a sad face, a smiley face, an angry face, and a disturbed face. And a lot of times you go through emotions just like that. And some of you will spend money when you go through grief or you have some heartache or disappointment or something that goes bad during the daytime or night. So I want you to think about, don't make this mistake. Number 3 mistake: no financial leadership. There always has to be one. Now, I'm not saying it has to be the husband. I'm not saying it has to be the wife. It has to be somebody. If you're in a relationship and there's no clear money manager, you are making a big mistake. Maybe your spouse, regardless of sex, makes the fixed determinations and you do the temporary ones, or vice versa, or maybe you do it together. But somebody's got to take the lead on it, people. Assumptions here is that you should replace accountability. And how do we fix this? Somebody has to become the CFO in the household or in the business. The chief financial officer. Got to set that role in place. Mistake number 4: financial infidelity. Now, a lot of you know what infidelity is. It's basically cheating on your spouse, mentally, physically, emotionally. Well, you can cheat on your finances the same way. With your spouse, you can have hidden credit cards, secret investments, and gambling. Fix is that you have full financial transparency policy in your business or in your family. Don't hide this stuff, people. A lot doesn't get better with time. Mistake number 5: confusing income for wealth or with wealth. See, a lot of you are high income earners. This doesn't mean that you have financial security. That just means that you get paid well. Net worth tracking is essential. Now, before I go any further, if you don't have the financial positioning system, there'll be a link at the end for you to get more information about it. But if you're not tracking your finances on a regular basis, I actually say a daily basis, then you are making a big mistake. One of the ways that we fix this as the financial first responder or as a financial planner, financial advisor, is we automate your savings and your investment strategies. And you can't just do that just putting money in when you get it. You have to have a determined plan. Mistake number 6: no shared vision. It says in the Bible that our people will perish because of lack of vision. Now, as a couple, having different financial goals or create conflict. And I can tell you, even in my relationship, 32 years married and 34, 35 years in the game, we didn't always communicate and we didn't have a clear vision as a family. We kind of just went through the motions, and I'm telling you that is a mistake. But guess what? We are on one page now. You need to have a written plan, which equals to no confusion. Because if you don't have a written plan, that does equal confusion. The way we fix that is that you create a 1 and a 5-year goals together. Because guess what? You're individuals anyway, and I get it. But when you come together as one, you're going to have her plans, your plans, or his plans, and the plans of the family. And as you start raising your children or adopting children or taking care of a loved one, you're going to need to have some plans in place that you want to fulfill. Taboo. Mistake number 7. Treating money as a taboo. See, a lot of you are avoiding estate conversations. What do I mean by that? People, can I just be honest with you? We're going to all die. We know when our birthday is, we don't know when our death day is. And one of the problems we see in the financial community is, and you've even seen it with stars like Prince and Michael Jackson and um, uh, the King of Soul. Um, it a lot of different people didn't have a will or a trust in place. No medical directors, no power of attorney, no nothing. And if these wealthy people didn't have anything, I don't want to say the common person, but the person who has the lesser means tends to not have those things in place either. Children are not taught financial literacy. And I'm telling you that it says that we're supposed to leave an inheritance for our children's children. Well, you could leave a bunch of money, a house, or investment properties to your children, but if they're idiots, they're going to blow it within the first year. How do we fix this? We got to normalize structure money discussions. Now, I know in my family, my children think I talk about money too much. But one thing about it, if you ask my daughter to borrow some money, she charges you interest just like a bank because she knows that that's what we do. It's not personal, it's business. And we have a saying that if you don't care about getting the money back, then you give the money away. You don't loan it. But if you want your money back, you loan it at a reasonable rate. Now, on another note, if you have a family member that doesn't have the proper credit and can't get credit from a financial institution, but they want to borrow money from you, and it's going to cost you money because you're taking it out of investment to help them out, then you need to have a written document that need be, if it had to go to court because they didn't pay, you had something written in writing that they agreed to. And guess what? If they don't want to sign it, you don't have to lend your money. Your money is your money. You shouldn't take it personal if someone doesn't want to loan you their money. Hell, the bank didn't want to loan you the money. Why should you expect a family member to loan you money? I'm just saying, people, think about it. If you don't have the credit to get it from a bank and you have a brother or a sister or a cousin or aunt or uncle or a mom or dad who wants to loan you money and give you a rate based off of it, accept the rate and be happy that someone's willing to help you during your time of need. How do we normalize this? We get a structured money discussion in place. I keep telling you, you got to talk about this on a regular basis. Money should not be taboo. We have to have a financial framework. A lot like if you were building construction, you got blueprints here and your ruler and your pencil and your drawing rooms and your height and your mechanical, which is your mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, and then your actual structure. You got to think and plan, and then you got to act. So your financial communication framework is you got to have clarity, transparency, structure, accountability, and a shared vision. That's what needs to happen in a family or in a partnership, or if you're single. You got to have that 30-minute monthly financial briefing agenda in place. What are we going to talk about when we have our cup of coffee or we go out to eat? Do we have everything in place, our pad and our pencil? We review our income. How much did we have coming in? We review our expenses, how much we had going out. We review our debt, what can be paid off, what has the higher interest rate, what has the lowest interest rate. We review our investments. How did they do this month or they did this quarter? Do we need to make any strategic changes with our advisor or if we're doing it ourselves? We discuss upcoming risks. We look at our risk portfolios or our risk mitigation systems or tools and figure out whether we're taking too much risk or too little risk. We confirm our goals. We have to confirm that, hey, if we want to buy a beach home or we want to live in the mountains or we want to live abroad, we need to set stuff aside so that those things can happen. As a first responder and military, we know that if you can plan a mission, you can plan your money. See, discipline creates financial peace, or as I like to say, discipline equals freedom. Having structure builds a legacy, not only for your children's children, but for you guys. Because here's the thing, as you get older, you're either going to have a retirement check, Social Security. Some of you will have your VA. You'll have money from your retirement. You'll have your IRA. You'll have cash flow from rental properties. You'll have business income. You'll have Social Security. You could have a lot of different things. You could have, unfortunately, life insurance from a loss of a loved one. All that's going to build your net worth. Now, here's my call to action. Cool dog, by the way. What I suggest is that you complete the financial communication audit. Now, I didn't put that link in because I clearly want you to do one thing. I need you to reach out to me if you're serious and you want to do the audit. Just email me or DM me in this actual chat and say, hey, I want the audit, and leave your email, okay? Or a number, whichever you prefer. I prefer the email. That way we can make sure that you get it and we can follow up with you later if need be. You have to implement your monthly financial briefings. And then I suggest that you join the financial positioning system. Here's the link. You can copy it and paste it in the toolbar. It may work when you click on it. I can't guarantee it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, depending on what platform it's on, what social media platform, or if we're just in YouTube. And then I need you to think about this. I need you to make your life great on purpose. It's not my responsibility or anybody else's to make your life great. It's your responsibility. Look, this video has been for educational purposes only. Please like and subscribe my channel. I look forward to talking to you, and I will see you on the beaches of the world, people. And I wish you much success. God bless. Take care.